Dave, Macaroni. Just sitting here.
Video pictures. Handy Nassar, tennis court.
Ryan Edwards, Southeast Retirement Planners.
Charlie Dixon, I'm a lawyer.
What kind of lawyer?
Great confession, you know.
Jeff Hale, and I'm sitting next to Charlie.
Mike Bella worked at Corning.
James Tilton, I work for Alex Lee.
He is partly retired attorney.
Allison Holtzman, mother of four with Prince Edward.
Jennifer Bean, mother of three, and I represent Ward 4. Dana Kaminsky, City of Hickory Communications.
Sarah Principe, Executive Assistant to the City Manager.
Yade Fox, assistant to the city manager.
Liz Rad, Assistant City Manager.
Mike Thomas, I'm also a lawyer.
Rob Dickerson, I'm not an attorney.
I'm with Drew. Charlie Hayes with Movement Mortgage, and I represent the Community Appearance Commission. I'm Mike Collins with Community Bank, and I represent the Citizens Advisory Committee.
Jennifer Thompson, I represent.
I'm Mandy Gibbs with the city manager.
I'm Zan Thompson, I'm an observer, I'm a landscape architect representing an engineering firm.
I'm Dr. Dana Chambers with Generations Family Medicine. I'm representing the Business Development Committee.
I'm Nick Walton from People's Bank.
Anthony Laxton, Transportation Site.
Catherine Rogers, 20. Jennifer Clark, White Coat Realtors.
Will Lockett, I'm with the Catawba County Chamber of Commerce.
Peggy Brigham, HVAC Group, Civil Engineer.
Warm Mirrors with Utility Solutions.
Dean Proctor, representing Parks and Rec.
Right, glad to have everybody here. Got one that's coming in here.
Susan Walker, Extra Homes Mason's Works, right?
Thank you, Susan. All right, next thing on the agenda is the minutes. Everybody had a chance to read them? Any comments, changes? Otherwise, can I get a motion for approval? So moved. Second? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That is passed. All right, so I'd like to appoint the members of the Riverwalk Subcommittee. I'm going to slide to it here. So we'll go to the committee members. So I'd like to appoint these folks to the committee: Alan Barnhart, Mike Bell, Patricia Bowman, Charlie Dixon, Jerisha Ferrier, Allison Holtzman, Andrew Howard, Norm Mears, Dean Nassar, Sean O'Brien, Adelia Parado Ortiz, Dean Proctor, Stacy Rash, and Vernon Tarpin. So out of that group, I have spoken to the members there to appoint them. And what I'd like to do is appoint Charlie Dixon as the chair of this committee, and then Mike Bell as the vice chair. They have spoken to them beforehand, and they have agreed to serve in that capacity.
That's it.
Okay. So we'll come back to the intents. Okay, sorry, I'm going to go backwards. All right, so then we'll go to the city walk. I'd like to appoint Dana Chambers, Julie Chang, Jennifer Clark, Tom Dobbins, Ed Farthing, Jennifer Helton, Alan Jackson, Will Locke, Catherine Rogers, Carolyn Sinclair, Mike Thomas, James Tilton, Susan Walker, and Frank Young. And I've spoken to two of the members ahead of time. Frank Young has agreed to be the chair, and Mike Thomas has agreed to be the vice chair. So let's slide to the Streetscapes and Gateways Subcommittee. I'd like to appoint Jennifer Bean, Paige Brigham, Norm Cook, Rob Dickerson, Ryan Edwards, Jeff Hale, Charlie Hayes, Mike Holland, Anthony Laxton, David Roberts II, Gail Schwartz, Nick Walden, B. Watts, and myself, Burke White. I've spoken ahead of time to a couple of members here. Rob Dickerson has agreed to be the chair, and Paige Brigham has agreed to be the vice chair. So we will now go to the intents, purpose and intents for each of the ones, and we'll go back to start with City Walk. Okay, so I don't think I need to read it, if everybody wants to take a minute or two, just read it on the screen, but I thought each of the subcommittees ought to have some kind of guiding principle for them to follow. And obviously, we've got to follow the ordinance. And does anybody have any comments, suggested changes to this? Otherwise, I'd like to incorporate it into the minutes accordingly. Let's go to the Riverwalk. Take a few moments here for everybody to read it. If you've got any comments or suggested changes, please speak up. But once again, it's in accordance with the ordinance that we're charged to follow. Okay, so I'd like to incorporate that by reference in the minutes as well. Then we go to the Streetscapes and Gateways Subcommittee. Same process here. If anybody's got any comments, speak up. Okay, if none, let's incorporate them into the minutes. So moving right along on the agenda, I guess that takes us to general discussions and questions that we have, right? Anybody got any questions? Comment? Okay, so the next point on the agenda is when we meet, and it's really the subcommittees when they're going to meet. And if you look at the dates on there, the Freese and Nichols staff are available the 19th or 20th, or June 1 and 2. So what I'd like to do is let the chair, vice chair, and the subcommittees each decide when they want to meet with the Freese and Nichols staff. And how would you like to coordinate that, Alan?
Bill, let's start with the June 1st and 2nd option. I think most, if there's a group or a number of you that are not available during the day or evening on June 1st and 2nd, can you hear, everyone hear me? Listen to this. So this is the first meeting of your subcommittee, and it will include meeting with Freese Nichols staff. They're coming into town to do field visits for the different project sites, and your group would meet with them. The chair and the vice chair at the last debriefing felt that it would be important for your subcommittee to really just have a conversation, just brainstorm your particular project category and just talk it out, and then hear from them about what they intend to do in terms of the pre-engineering, and then you tell them sort of your ideas, not that you have to have them finalized, but just that if you have any sort of things that have been in your mind quite a while, and maybe why you asked to be on that particular committee, you can share those with them at the time. Freese Nichols, they're in Raleigh. It'd be ideal if they could come for a 2-day period, one or the other, but we can be flexible with them, and if they need to come back, they can come back. That's why we pay them that way. So,
and they did need some time. When I spoke to them last, they need some time to prepare.
Right.
So that's probably why the later date would probably be more beneficial to them, but they work for the city. So.
So
Will they be providing us with some information prior to these meetings?
not much. I can ask them. They will have certainly an agenda and maybe some pieces to look at ahead of time. But in terms of the pre-engineering and any field work, they are just getting started on that. So yeah, this is with the early initial meeting.
They plan just on one day, all three committees on one day?
Well, they are here for 2 days, so if one day is better than the other for a committee, probably 2 committees on one day, a third committee on the second day, that type of thing.
So what would you anticipate the length of these meetings to be?
It's got several hours, 2 hours, probably tops. Some brainstorming, maybe a site visit, or put you in a bus and drive around, look at the streetscapes in your case, something like that. Walking the city walk, walking the river walk, those are the other groups. So, Paige, you have another question?
Yeah, since we've got streetscapes and gateways and they're in various places, I'd like to know ahead of time what they plan to look at, which particular sites.
Oh,
before.
sure, we can make that
You can set the agenda too.
absolutely.
So it may be good for you and the police Nichols folks and the city staff to talk to the agenda about how you want to achieve, what's going to happen in the meeting.
Exactly, so we can set up a conference call with them, Rob and Paige, and set that up with the meetings in the next few days.
I think I have an advantage as chair. I have a vice chair that's an engineer.
You think?
Well, we had the detractor, we had you on our team, so.
Heckler.
I have to have the real people to pull me out of the weeds.
Okay.
So maybe Rob and Paige, y'all contact, and Charlie, you and Mike contact Andrea, and then since Frank's not here, if you want to touch base with Frank, Mike.
Yeah, well, we did communicate with him a little earlier, and I came to the airport, which was actually for the May dates. But we'll work on that if we need to. I don't know whether we should get some feedback from the
That would be
group
great.
beforehand, or what. In other words, do we need to make a decision today, or can we do it by email later?
I can still send out a doodle poll for everybody, giving you these choices, if that's easier for you to look at your calendars at your desk or whatever, and get back to us.
It might also be easier if after everybody's had a chance to finish eating, we could have the folks that are here on each subcommittee
Yeah.
sort of go to their corner. I'm trying to imagine talking across each other, because we're not all sitting together, but we could maybe conference before we left and do
You
that.
have 2 more rooms, I guess.
We'll,
Yeah, we have a hall.
We just leave it just to the corner.
yeah, we've got 2 places
Okay.
that people can talk to. Yes.
Are you suggesting that we choose now, the June 1st or June 2nd days?
I think maybe you get with your committee and break out, make a decision. Yeah, we need to make a decision though, fairly quick to line it up. Just, there are too many people. So Charlie, there are too many people, we gotta get everybody's calendar squared away. And, everybody sees the emails, people complain about when we meet, where we meet, how we meet, but, we're not gonna make everybody happy. We just gotta do the best we can. And, does everybody like calendar invitations? I know I use it on a lot of my boards, and it avoids a step of me having to input it. You can just go accept it and it's in your calendar. But we're gonna start doing that if everybody doesn't have a violent objection. All right, is there anything else?
One of them said a deadline for each subcommittee to make a decision on their preferred date by close of business tomorrow, Friday, so that Freeze Nichols has the plenty of notice.
Yeah, we get it in everybody's calendar too. The sooner the better. So do it before Friday, it's fine. Do it today, awesome. All right, is there any other business y'all want to accomplish today? Stay like that for our first quick meeting. We're done? All right, so let's break it. Let's adjourn and we'll break out to our separate stuff.
So if you're on Riverwalk, if you'll go with Sarah, and she'll show you to another.
Can I very quickly interject? Sorry. There is a sign-in sheet at this top table. Can you please just make sure that your name is checked off, just so I can make sure for the minutes that you were here?
Page to check it off.
Oh, hey!
So actually, if you're on the Riverwalk.
There she is.
If you're on Riverwalk, I'll let Mandy go. She's at the front of the room. Can you take him to the lobby? We just that statement.
There's no one in the first floor conference.
Got that know of.
City Walk today, we saw like something like little flight in the air.
It's up to
Hello. Charlie, how are you?
Everybody, even more so.
Where are we going?
That's true. It's Sarah. Follow her.
So you're gonna live in